in this video, the Toyota Sprinter Trueno AE86, Lord Voldemort, and some Californian law. Welcome. Let's go for a drive and talk about some current affairs. But first, we'll be driving around using the iconic Sprinter Trueno by Toyota in Gran Turismo 2. We'll get some random maps and call it a day. Anyway, the internet sure is becoming more and more scary. We have heard from the Lord Voldemort of open source Lunduke and his journal that last year, apparently there was this bill from California that requires developers to ask the users to verify their age on their operating systems. So, if you don't know, the TLDR is that by next year, 2027, year of our Lord, operating systems will be asking you, especially if you're in CA, how old you are when you set up your system. Like why? We're not located in California, and we do love our American friends for letting us play around in the internet they made. But why is this a thing? It's incomprehensible. Everyone knows no one lies in the internet. And so if a kid says that it is born in 1901, it must be real, right? There is absolutely no way that it cannot be true. Irony aside, protecting the young guns is important, but this is more like a minor inconvenience for troublemakers and a privacy nightmare for everyone else. Just think about it for a moment. If you're a developer, you're asking for additional man-hours and unpaid overtime for this age verification thing to comply with them, right? And then for what? The users can just lie about it. Everybody did that back in 2002. Additional bugs, additional quirks, additional testing. It's a pain in the ass. Then what happens after that? You get fined for some parent not doing their job. Isn't this kind of unfair to developers? Then, if you're a user, like why would you comply to this, right? Why should anyone need to add their age when they just want to use their machines? What does age have to do with the machine? What use is it for the operating system to know if you're old enough to have fought in NAM or too young to sign up? What if the machine is used by an entire household? It doesn't protect the children. And the worst thing about this, it may be used as a framework for government control and surveillance on personal devices. Just think about how this will pan out in the future. Today, this is mostly an annoying thing. Then Newsom or his cronies would say something like, "Oh, they're bypassing the law. Make the devs pay up." And make them users verify their age, identity, social, and machine serial numbers on some government website. Heck, at that point, a government website wouldn't be so bad, but we betcha. At that rate, it will be through some shell company owned by some other shady company that an average person probably would never have heard of. And then, they will probably get hacked and endanger a large amount of people to fraud. Or even worse, do it themselves. And a friendly reminder, the more anyone knows about anyone, the more attack options against finances, reputation, property, and so on they have against anyone. And that's on top of fraud, mind you. We think even Miyazaki would agree at this point. Know your customer KYC is a mistake, and it's more pronounced now. It's quite bewildering as even in the American Constitution, privacy is a thing. Free speech is a thing, and by extension access to information. Beyond that, aren't computing devices like a digital home for its user? And so, wouldn't the castle doctrine apply here? Yes. California bros, do you guys even know that your legislators are doing this? Are you fine with them taking this big fat dump on your software, your privacy, and actual protection of children? What about the rest of the US? Everyone should be scared of this. This is a slippery slope. At this rate, can you imagine what will happen in the next 10 years? Next year, operating systems verifying age. Within 5 years after that, devices will be tied to an identity. Soon after that, government-mandated keyloggers, audio recording, and camera monitoring. Then within those time frames, government-mandated text, audio, images, and videos only. Soon after that, only government-approved thoughts will be allowed to run on its citizens' heads. Scary, scary, scary. And if you think you're safe, because you're not in or have operations in California, think again. Colorado already has something similar. Australia has their own. UK's Online Safety Act is a thing. This is beyond borders. There is no escape. The people must fight back, or the dark age of personal computing will be upon us. The future looks grim. And on that horrifying note, it's time to end the show. Good night.